I'm here. Hello, everyone. I know. I haven't been on since the 24th. It's been six days. 6 days since I've done this. I did a private one, and then I got a notification from, okay, I just got my daughter. Um, okay. um, so many ums. So, anyways, haven't been on for 6 days. I did do a private one, and I posted up a link to do a private one. Um, I miss doing these. I so miss doing. There's so much comes in my brain that I want to come out and I want to share with everybody. And one of the questions, because I talked about the Saturn Uranus square before, and part of that, and I said to people, what was it? I said that it was a shattered reality. I said, Fantasia, this year Fantasia versus Alice in Wonderland kind of thing. Very dreamy, very crazy, spinny type of energy um, for 2022, but also for, that Saturn Uranus square, which is to explain that because we're going to be coming up to it again. And it's in within 30 minutes, 30 minutes or 30 seconds. It's almost exact, but it's not. And sometimes when things aren't exactly aligning, now anybody who's a carpenter knows that, you have a square, and if it's exact, it's like, okay, it's exact. But if it's not exact, it can be a pain in the ass, And I think part of our shattered reality were the lies and the evidence that is coming out about all the lies that were told to people. And, going back, and I'm thinking about some, of all this push of having people to do things against their will, in the betterment of that they didn't want to. Now the information and the truth is coming out that this is part of the shadow reality, and seeing that those who were in charge are not going to be held accountable for it, which is part of the shattered reality too. Because, usually when you lie, at least when I was a kid, when you lied, I got in huge shit for lying, man. Sometimes my mouth was washed out with soap. even, for lying, you just don't lie. You tell the truth and take the consequences with the truth, because it's better to be truthful and to be honest with what you do than to be deceitful and lying and trying to continue that lie. And I think that's part of the shattered reality. We're heading into, and this is where, and I put up everybody's horoscope for the week up on my YouTube, or up on my Facebook, is that knowing your alignments is going to be so important over the next coming months. And especially as we're, with Mercury, is slowing down. It's going to be going into shadow and be going retrograde on the 9th of September. We also have, Mars as well. But it's that Saturn Uranus square. And the thing is about an outer planet or bigger planets that aren't as close to us. Like Uranus is on the other side of the astral belt. And so we have Uranus here and Saturn here, and we have the astral belt in between. And it's like Saturn was the edge, when we saw the edge of the universe. That's what we thought the edge was. That was the end part, because that was the one we saw. Uranus was just on the other side. So he's in the God realm. He's in the realm of the gods, because you can't see him. And he's in the realm of the trust. Trusting in that of your divine, trusting of that of your inner knowing, trusting that, yes, no matter which way it goes, you have to go with that uncertainty. And that's Uranus. Because Uranus is the uncertainty. Uranus is that realm of the unknown, the realm of of just trusting in God. Saturn is the construct of what we believe it has to be. Because we see it, it has to be this way. Because this is what they told us, and this is what they're showing us. We have to believe it, right? But that's not the truth. And that's what's going to be very difficult for people coming in. Very difficult. Ooh, I got a phone call. Hang on. Hello? Hi. Yes, this is Mary. Yes. Sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. Nope. No problem. Goodbye. Yeah, I was wondering about that. That's funny. Anyways, that was my work. They wanted me to come in. But this is the whole thing, is this unfolding, the unfolding of everything, and trusting in your truth, trusting in that alignment with your knowingness, right? And when you trust within that knowingness, when you trust within that, that's where it's going to be. It's going to be where it looks like unsettled ground is going to be the most solid. The ground that looks solid is going to be the unsettled. That's the mind fuck. And with so much evidence coming out, and I don't want to say too much about it because I could get a strike. But anyways, oh, fuck it. With so much evidence coming out with young men getting mitochondritis or something like that, anyways, a heart disease from this, and they're young, between 16 and 24. This is the evidence that's coming out. Scotland is now doing a huge investigation on why people are dying in their sleep. This is part of the shattered reality. This is part of where it's like, what the hell? Why are all these people just dying? Right? That it wasn't, the lockdown had done more in killing people than saving people. And this is where they're finding that with the elixir that was brought out, that the elixir is doing more harm upon people and killing people. And more and more and more of the evidence is coming out. And I think that's part of people's shattered reality, because they trusted. They trusted in something that they believed was, that they believed in so hardly that they couldn't lie to me. They won't lie to me. This is the truth. This is the, they can't lie to us. And this is where, when I'm looking at even the astrology today, is that we're kind of in this in-between world, our dreams to come down to make, this is where we have to come back to ourselves, to our sovereignty, and look into ourselves and our sovereignty and say to ourselves, what is our truth? Where am I being guided? What were my dreams that I came down here to do? And where are the people that I want to connect with? And this is where it's in this divine aspect of this harmony, to feel in that power, to feel in that energy, and what has been distracting me from my soul truth. Working in the company that I'm working with and watching people are so distracted, so unaware, and it just disheartens me. It just, this is, me seeing the actual truth of people not knowing of a lot of the stuff that is unfolding from prices, prices have gone up. Yeah, I kind of noticed. Yeah, this is the beginning. This is, we're in it now. Do you not see? Are you not stocking up? Are you not connecting with a community that can help you in case, knowing that, hey, I know somebody who has great water filtration, and I have, something else that I can offer for that in trade. This is go time, right? And I feel like this is where, especially with a yod coming up with Venus is making this finger of God to Neptune and to Pluto, and Venus is in Leo. And where does that finger comes down and it points at Venus, and where is that energy being held? It's being held in Aquarius. What's in Aquarius? Oh, Saturn's in Aquarius. What's happening with the Saturn? Saturn is squaring Uranus. So, oh my God, that means that we have to really be functional and really be in our truth of knowing where we are going to be grounded and within our community. This is a shattered reality when this yod is coming in tomorrow with that Venus. And I was thinking about it, like, holy shit, like this is a big yod. This isn't just, I'll fly by night kind of yod, because this is like a finger of God. And when we see that in astrology, and I have 3 of them in my chart, of course, they come in and they say, there's a sense of duty. What is your relationships? Where are you coming from your heart and your truth? And are you going towards your dream? And are you going to the truth of your foundation, of what you need to put into your foundation, and allowing for that community, that whole of your community to come in so that you can put it into the grounding, Taurus. So you can put it into a foundation and have that foundation and not get lost in the narrative. I feel like for so many are going with this awakening that's coming in, with the truth that's coming out about the elixir. I feel like, oh my God, the truth that they put so much truth, and they were in such fear that they fell for it. And falling for that false reality, falling for that is where they're going to, it's like you're looking around, and then all of a sudden it's like you trusted in that person, and then they just abandoned you. So there's going to be such a sense, such a feeling of abandonment with so many people, because there's no accountability. There is no accountability. And here comes Venus, this beautiful goddess of truth, the goddess of righteousness, the goddess of saying, what the hell? Are you following your truth in your heart in order to connect with the community that you need to connect with? Not the community that others say you need to connect to, but the truth of the community that you need to connect with within your dreams and within your truth, which is Pluto. Pluto wants truth. I mean, it's the ruler of Scorpio. I mean, you could fall into the depths and the deceptions very easily with the South Node in Scorpio. But it comes into where you're heading for with your truth. I mean, Taurus wants also Taurus is like, no, we're doing it this way, buddy. We're not doing it that way. So we're coming into a foundation and looking into it and saying, opening your heart and aligning, not being the bloody Cancer. God bless Cancers. I got Cancer in my chart. I got a moon and rising. I'm saying, no, let's wait another 3 hours. No, there's no waiting. And that's going to be the hardest part. And saying, I can't wait for that anymore. We got to go. This is the energy where I have to go with. This is where we're heading. This is not aligning with us, and this is leading me nowhere. This is leading me into more deceptions. This is leading me, even though the foundation looks like it's solid, but the foundation isn't solid. It is the unsolid foundation, which is the solid one. That's the mind fuck. That is the mind fuck. And this is where it's, especially with, and I have a Jupiter in Aries. I have a Jupiter in Aries. And it's my only fire. It says no negotiations. Jupiter in Aries doesn't negotiate. It's like, sorry, this is where I'm expanding. This is where I'm going. It gets me in trouble a lot of times. But this is where it's like, it's no negotiation. And this is where it's like, yeah, we're heading it back. And then Jupiter retrograding, going back into Pisces, back, not exact with Neptune, but this is where looking at your dreams, because that goes back to 1856. So we're coming into this other shattered reality. And if you thought the propaganda and the bullshit was crazy, 2020, 2021, September, going at the end of September into October, November, oh my God. You got to make sure you have your foundation with the people and the truth, and that's a true alignment. because there's some craziness. Like I want everybody to think, oh yes, power goes out. Power grid all goes out. Everybody thinks that Uranus will say, they figured me out. I'm not going to do that. So because Uranus is the unexpected. It's whatever you don't think would ever happen is going to happen. Worst case scenario sometimes. And it's things that people are like, I never thought that would happen. I never thought that would happen. Just like people are walking around the store. I never thought that the shelves would be empty. Right now in Germany, they're telling the people to, you thought there was a toilet paper shortage? They're telling them in Europe right now, line up for toilet paper. In Poland, there is a day lineup for people to get coal. Think about it. Did you think you'd hear about that? Because of not having enough energy. They're telling their people to get prepared because there's not going to be heat in your home come the fall. Right now, they're saying that in Europe, people who are on fixed income or getting your Social Security, that the majority, over 80% of your Social Security, if not all of it, is going to go for your heat. Now, we sit here where we are and we think, that can't happen here. That's just over in Europe. They're different. No, we're connected. We're in a global community. Hence, Pluto in Capricorn retrograding at the last degree saying, hey, we're going to show you the crap the government's doing. You haven't seen anything of the deceptions of what they're doing. This is where it's saying, here's Uranus on the other realm, in the God realm, saying, where's your spiritual connection? Where's your connection with God? Where's your connection with the goddess, with the angels, with whatever you believe in? Where's that connection? Are you solidified? Are you connected with that connection? Or are you going off in some kind of crazy land, thinking that the government, thinking that some other political realm is going to come in and save you? And it's not. That's another part of the shattered reality. It's not. Doesn't matter what political party. I don't care what political party you are. It all comes in the same. So this is knowing the changes. This is the activation. This is the truth. This is a very primitive, Venus is getting down to her primal energy. And if you go down to that primal beat, that boom, 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 boom of saying, where's your tribe? Come into your tribe, come into your connection. That is where the truth is. Come into that primal, come into the beat of the mother, come into the beat of the heart of the womb. This is your connection. This is your spiritual connection. This is what's going to lead you to your higher self. This is what's going to help you. But if you're not coming into your connection, in the truth of your dreams, the shattered reality is going to hit hard, and you're going to see it. And there's going to be people that you will not be able to help, because you can't be the Cancer energy and say, but I got to wait for them. They will improve. They might come. That's Cancer, and it's like, no, we can't wait. We got to move. We got to go. And looking at where we need to go. And this isn't sitting on the fence. If you're sitting on the fence, you're just going to get shot off. So this is going to be like, nope, I'm making the move. I'm going towards what I need to go towards. And this is going to lead me to my higher self. This is going to lead me to my creativity. This is going to lead me to my work. This is going to lead me, because we are all beautiful spiritual beings that have come upon this earth to be the light workers. If you're following me and follow me for any length of time, you're bloody well light workers. You're intuitive. You're spiritual. You're connected. We're a tribe. But it's trusting in that. Because sometimes it feels unwavering. Sometimes it feels so far away. And this is where, of getting into the love, getting into that energy of that love, of that orientation, the creation, not to be afraid and make the changes to take the actions that you need to take. This is intense. This weekend is coming in. This long weekend is an intense weekend with that yod. It's bold moves. It's separation. It's exciting separations of saying, I'm not affiliated with that anymore. I'm not affiliated with that group anymore. That's the huge one. Saying, I am not affiliated with that anymore. And it could be your pagan group or your witch group or your coven and things like that. And you're just like, you know what? No, I'm not affiliated with that. What really blew my fucking mind was when I did a market and so many people were vaccinated. Sorry, Elixir. That blew my mind. Those, people who say, I don't trust the government, I don't trust this, and I've done my history on witchcraft and what they did. I'm like, what did they do to the witches? They burned them. They killed them. Anybody who was different. And others conformed and went hiding so that they weren't burned. Biden said at Christmas of last year that it's going to be a dark Christmas of great death of the unvaccinated. Now the opposite's true. That's the hard truth. That's the fear. I'm not saying all will, but there's going to be where this is like a lot, especially in the coming years, of people very sick, and they won't have an explanation for it, of why they're sick, of why they're having an autoimmune problem. Why, why do I always get the thing? Why am I always getting the thing? And they're going to be seeing it more and more and more. And that's going to be part of the shattered reality. And the ones that you think are going to come save you will not. Because they're leaving. They're resigning. They're placing the blame on somebody else. They're going to place it on Putin. They're going to place it on Ukraine. They're going to place it on the war that's starting. They're going to blame it on something else instead of coming to the truth and taking full responsibility for what they need to do. That is karma times 1,000. God, I would not want to be having to deal with that in my next lifetimes. Just know, I come in with enough this lifetime to try and figure it out and work it all out, because I know I wasn't the best person in my past lives. So I have to come in and have to be good this time. Anytime I try to be bad, I get slapped up the side of my head. It's not fair sometimes. But, with Mars in Gemini is the truth. It's very primitive. But Mars is coming in. I want the truth. What do you mean this isn't? What do you mean? If anybody knows a Gemini, they're going to follow you till they find out what the freaking truth is. And figure it out. That's what they're going to do. So, my loves, I want you to stand in your truth. I want you to stand in your light, to stand in the beauty of who you are. And do not waver. Do not waver. It's going to be, sometimes you're going to feel like it's a smack in the face. Right now, they can't get people to take this, whatever it is for the elixir, whatever shot, it is. They can't get people to do it. Europe, France is finally dropping a lot of their mandates because they're finding that it's causing more harm. Scotland is coming out with studies on the death rates. Britain is coming out with studies on it. Australia is starting to, weird stuff is coming out of Australia now. I have a theory about that, but about the whole thing of people who've taken it and who are sick, where it's going to be that they won't be able to work. And that's how they bring in the socialism and the communism, because they won't have the people to work, because they're going to be they can't do it. They can't do it. So that's going to be an interesting factor on things like that. So there's something to do with bringing this in. So it's going to be interesting in this whole thing as it unfolds. So, you know, I'm just, you know, and then the new moon, I've been doing my whole thing on the new moon. So, I mean, the full moon. So a lot is being revealed, especially after this new moon. A lot more is going to be revealed and going to come out. If you are wanting your full moon reading, definitely order it now. I did put it up as a sale. Did you get 6 of them for $150? They're $25 a shot. So 6 of them takes you from the full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon. So I have to do my finger count. So you have the Virgo, you have the Libra, you have the Scorpio, and then you go into the Sagittarius one. So actually to me, those would be the most important readings to get and guidance to get in the upcoming months, because those are going to be, you know, the eclipses and the period between the eclipses, plus going into the Christmas season, which is going to be radical, you know, really radical craziness as we hit into the Christmas season too. So, and setting off into 2023. 2023, I just see for 2023, I keep on seeing the covered wagons going across the plains into unknown territory, you know, of not knowing, having to cross things, valleys and mountains, and coming into bizarre weather patterns that have not hit the earth for over 100 years. I mean, we're going through a drought, and I said, that drought, we haven't had a drought like that for 500 years. You know, a drought like this, and it killed off many nations and stuff like that because they couldn't survive because of the drought. And we're in a drought that hasn't been around. In Germany, it's the rivers haven't been that low since 1616, because they have it written on the side of the riverbank of how low it goes, and then they write down the year and stuff, and they've gotten down to 1616, which was the biggest drought ever. So we're coming into unknown territory, unclaimed territory. That's what we're coming into, the unclaimed territory. And this is where, if you're going on this journey, you have to be prepared, and you have to come into a trusting. Because in doing that, it's like when Moses went into the desert for you know, and they didn't trust him, and they left him for 40 years into the desert to wander around the desert. And this is where it's like almost where we're entering into this area of having to trust that we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. But it's going to be a hell of a ride. And it's going to be a hell of an exploration. And we're going to see some fantastic, beautiful things that are going to unfold. And we're going to see some crazy, fucked up atrocities that are going to unfold. There's going to be extremes on both sides. But that's what we're entering. In some ways, I'm excited, because I'm excited for the greatness of what's going to unfold. But I'm also, not happy about the atrocities. But this is the unknown. And this is with that Uranus-Saturn square. And Saturn and Pluto are still in orbit of each other. They haven't broken away the whole orbit, and it's at 30 degrees to break away from the whole orbit of another planet. So they haven't broken fully away from each other since they conjuncted on January 12th, 2020. So here we are, still in this unfoldingness, still in this adventure of a lifetime, and standing hold into this newness, into this unknown. And that's why it's not supported. That's why it feels the land is unknown. It's because we haven't been here before. We haven't been here before. So let's step into this bounty, step into this newness, and align towards it, align towards this. And, you know, the moon is trining Saturn, which is great. And, you know, and this beautiful waxing moon is just unfolding. If anybody saw that picture I posted of Stonehenge, with the crescent moon over top. There's I follow this group on Facebook. It's Stonehenge, I think it's called, and they post beautiful pictures of Stonehenge and stuff, and it's just absolutely fabulous. So, but it's the willingness to change. The willingness to change. So don't get stuck in your habits. Be open to the change. Be open to what is going to be unfolding. And when you do that, that is going to help you to ease into a flow and take you to more of your dreams, to more of the beauty that does surround us. I love you all. Definitely let me know if you want to either book a reading, a 1-hour reading, or do the 3-card reading, or do the new moon, full moon readings, which is a recording I send personally to you. Like, a few people have written me back from this last one and just blew them away. They're like, holy fuck, you just blew my mind away. And that's because it's personal. It's for you. I don't do a generalized one and send it all out kind of thing. So it's a personalized just for you, and you get a tarot reading with that. So sending you guys out so much love. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you, and all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Know that you are all shining lights. Allow your light to shine and get prepared. You know, I know a lot of you guys are already prepared, but I'm saying, whew, prep even more. Prep even more. I mean, I think I used to say it was a month. Now I'm going to 3 to 6 months for preparation to have on board, up to a year. And you know what? Hey, maybe I'm wrong and nothing comes out of this, but you are prepared and you just saved yourself a whole bunch of money. There you go. So blessings to you all, and we will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.